Welcome back, everybody, to the Interesting Theory Podcast. I'm Aaron.
Tanner.
And today, before we get started, I want to have a quick disclaimer. Last episode, you probably noticed we were having some audio issues. Hopefully, that's fixed.
Hopefully.
We'll
Keep an eye on it.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. So, in case something breaks in the middle of this, just be warned, we've been having issues. Hopefully, it's not a problem anymore.
We'll figure it out.
But moving forward with the show, before we get into today's topic, Tanner had the brilliant idea of doing a new segment at the top of our shows. We're going to do reading updates.
See.
So, Tanner, what have you been reading?
Well, I think last time, because we went over our 2026 reads and where we were, last time I was in the middle of reading Crescent City, House of Flame and Shadow, and this other book called The Hike. I've since finished those. Pretty good on both accounts. And then I have started and finished already A Parade of Horribles. Came out on Tuesday, finished it on Thursday. And then...
Yeah, we're currently recording this the Friday after Parade of Horribles came out, so the 15th.
Yeah. And right before A Parade of Horribles came out, I started Jade War so that I could pick it up as soon as Parade of Horribles finished. Just because I'd been wanting to get right back into it, and I knew if I didn't start it before, I was going to jump into something else, and I need to start it. And I think I'm about just under 20% into that book. So
yeah, you're enjoying it so far?
So far, not a whole lot has happened in this one yet. So... it jumps up in time, so you're trying to catch up with what's happened over the past, I think, year or so.
Yeah,
but
sick.
It.
Well, I just finished the first book in the Infernal Devices series, Clockwork Angel. I think I've mentioned it before that I am currently rereading every Shadowhunter book leading up to the release of the new one in November. So that's where I'm at in that progress. And then, like you, started A Parade of Horribles on Tuesday, finished it this morning. Phenomenal. Next week we will do our Dungeon Crawler Carl video, and we'll talk more about it then, but
we're still processing the nonsense that Matt Dinman and Jeff Hayes gave us. Because I think we both, I immersive read the whole thing, and then you audiobooked and then maybe read a little bit along with it. But
I will say one note to the whole thing. At the very start, everyone knows that Donut's the best. Then you start this book and you're like, Donut is the effing goat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, Donut is the best character.
We'll get into that a little bit more. I love Donut, but we'll talk a little bit more about characters and all of that. I did have to, though, go back because it's been a year since we finished the last one. Almost to the day, because we finished in mid-May last year. I had to go back and watch a quick recap of some of these characters. I was like, in the beginning,
I feel like I should have, but I didn't. I was like, you know what? As they start mentioning things, I'll remember.
Yeah.
And I eventually did, but there were some things even toward the end I was like, okay, I vaguely remember this. Maybe I should have done a recap because, like you said, it had been a year.
Maybe I'll forward you the one I watched. It was an hour long. I put it on 1.25 speed and was in the background listening to it. And she went over. She did a really good job. She was like, here are all the characters and what you need to know about them, and then the events of each book in a very brief synopsis. And as the books got closer and closer to this one, gave a little bit more about what was happening. And so she did a really good job. And I was like, I feel prepared because I read the interlude and I was like, oh, I don't remember any of this.
Right.
Gandalf, I have no memory of this place. So,
but after that, I am supposed to be starting Sunrise on the Reaping for a book club that I have at work.
Hell yeah.
I never read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I read the original Hunger Games trilogy back when the original movie was coming out. But yeah, I'm just going to go into this. My wife was like, well, you really should read Songbirds and Snakes. I'm like, I don't care to read a book about snow.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go into it. I'm
you know
fine.
how
it's a prequel.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can just watch the movie. Who cares?
Yeah. So. I honestly don't even care to watch the movie. I'm not a fan of the main actress in there. So I'm like, I'm not eager to get in there. Yeah. But the Sunrise on the Reaping movie does look really good.
I have not looked up anything on it yet because I don't know. My sister really wants me to read it, and I probably will.
Solely based on the casting that they got, like Kieran Culkin as Caesar Flickerman, like that.
That's probably
pretty
going to
good.
be really good.
Yeah.
So
Moving into today's topic, we've got a little game.
yeah.
We're gonna do a book draft. We're gonna do 5 standalone books and 5 series. And we're gonna roll a dice. We're gonna roll a d20 to see who goes first.
Yeah.
We've both read a lot of the same stuff. We're both big fans of a lot of the same stuff. So I'm very curious as to who's going to end up stealing what from who.
I think I know some of the things that are going to happen, but I think there's a wide enough stuff. But also, like, we did open it up to just all books.
Yeah, we did originally think about like just doing books that we've individually read, but then it's like, but I've read Lord of the Rings, you haven't yet,
Which is sad.
Even though we're both massive Lord of the Rings fans, it wouldn't be fair if I'm only able to try to get it.
I've read and done it all. I'm wearing, Witch King. I've got a Witch King tattoo. I've got a Narsil tattoo.
Balrog on your knee.
Got a Balrog on my kneecap. Felt great.
Yeah.
But they will be read. I think
Yeah.
I'm going to try to read the collective this year. At least all the stuff that was written by Tolkien himself. Like there's all the other stuff that he didn't write that was published later. But the Silmarillion's on there.
I would say Silmarillion, Hobbit, and The Lord of the Rings are like the 3 by him that you need to get to. And then the rest, I'm pretty sure the rest of it's all by Christopher and
other parties.
the other parties.
I have read The Hobbit. I've read The Hobbit a couple of times.
Yeah.
But I tried to read it in high school, and my high school brain was just like, nope, do other things.
Yeah.
So
if you try to read it and your brain still just isn't, I don't know. Andy Serkis he redid the audiobooks.
He did.
And they are really good.
And I hear he does a really good job.
Yeah.
So it's on the list this year to do, which I didn't talk about in the last video, but that's okay. Well, it's good. I need to add it into my little TBR here.
Yeah. So
I feel like a fraud.
dude, you would be surprised as to how many massive Lord of the Rings fans there are that their fandom is solely based off the book or the movies.
Yeah.
Like they've never read it. They don't care to read it because it is dense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine.
Well, yeah,
You're allowed to be a fan of whatever you want.
Written almost 100 years ago is a different time. So
Yeah. That is wild to think about.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I don't know when they were actually published, but it was
Like the 30s.
Yeah. So
Which we're getting close to.
yeah, we're getting real close to that.
So to decide who goes first, we're going to roll a D20.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a third camera to show you the D20. You're just going to have to trust us as to who's going first.
Who's going
So
first?
I'll lean up so you can see and fact check me when I roll this. Ooh, that's cocked. Here, let's sit on the floor.
Yeah, we're gonna sit on the floor here. Ah, man, that was 2 20s in a row.
Dude, I just rolled 2 20s in a row. The first one was cocked and it looked like it could have been a 14, but that one is plainly a 20. You can try to match it.
I will try to match it, but looks like Aaron might get the first.
I might get first
steal.
pick.
Now, before we didn't go over the rules hardly, and we might decide this in the case, but
Okay.
typically in a draft,
Yeah.
usually they'll have more people. Like if you're doing like fantasy league, the person who picked last is first up next round.
Yeah.
So we can do
Like
that.
round 1 is sorry, oh my god, I can't talk. Round 1 standalones. And then when we go to series, you can pick first.
We can either do that, or we can go. If you win this, which I think you will, because you rolled a fucking 20, you pick, and then I'll pick my first and second, and then you pick your second and third.
Oh, so you want to go snake draft?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to try that, or do you want to go?
Yeah, screw it. Let's do it.
All right, and then whoever started first round we'll start second.
Yeah.
We'll just keep going like
That's
that.
fair.
So all right, let me see if I can match us here.
Yeah. All right, and 18.
not. I got the
Close.
18.
So close. All right.
I'm calling shenanigans. We got weights in the fish. we got weights in the dice.
To be fair, it is my die, so maybe
It is his dice.
Yeah.
Get in the comments.
Get in the comments.
got weights in the dice. All right,
Okay.
so we're doing standalones first.
Standalones first. So now there are a couple picks in my list that I have because I went through and picked about 10 per section, just to make sure I had enough in case you stole some. But there is the one in the standalones that's kind of a gray area because it is technically a standalone, but it's connected to a greater series.
Well, I think we talked about this. If it is true standalone within the greater series, it's fine.
Okay.
Like I like the ones I would argue about that aren't fine are like those little novellas within the Stormlight, maybe.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Edge Dancer and Dawn
Yeah,
Shard.
Edge Dancer I wouldn't count. I feel like those are like, Stormlight 2.5. They're not a separate book.
Yeah.
So I didn't pick those. But for round one, number
I
one,
already know what this is gonna be since you were talking
The
about
Hobbit.
Oh.
Gotta go with The Hobbit.
That was on my list. But I mean that one almost it isn't a true it is a true standalone.
Yeah.
But because it's not part of a trilogy. I think it has to be technically part of a series. It is the Greater Tales of Middle Earth, but it is
Right.
not within a series.
Right.
That was gonna be my first pick, and I knew it.
Yeah.
Well, dang. All right. Well, I do have, I think, a pretty solid next one. I'm gonna go with Warbreaker.
I knew you were going to do that too. And I hated that you were looking at my bookshelf trying to look for it.
I know. I was
It's
like-
like the one that I don't have.
Well, I think we're both at this point now waiting for the re-release coming in June. It's coming in June, right?
See, yeah, but that's paperback only. I am going to get the hardback. Carly really wants the paperback. So sorry, I have to do my list on my computer because my iPad didn't want to sync notes for some reason. So if I keep looking behind me, that's why. All right, go for your second pick.
Oh, for my second
And-
pick.
Okay.
This one's gonna be tough because I think this one might really piss Aaron off. I'm going Sword of Kaigen.
Yeah. Ugh. I had a feeling, but I have a backup for that.
Like Sword of Kaigen was almost my first pick from The Hobbit, but it's like, man, gotta throw the Lord of the Rings on there. But yeah, definitely Sword of Kaigen.
That's a good one. Okay, I'm going to have to go for my second pick. This one you won't be as mad about. This isn't a controversial one, but Between Two Fires. That one was one of my favorites.
So.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Absolutely love it. So I had to get that one. And then let's see, pick number 3. Project Hail Mary.
I knew that was going to be up there, and I should have gone that with my first one.
Right.
I was like, man.
I had a few others before it, but I was like, if I don't pick it now, he's going to snag it.
Like, I've talked about Project Hail Mary, like, to the death, but also, like, Warbreaker didn't start my journey into the Cosmere, because, like,
Right.
Mistborn did, but I was like, it is one of my favorite books and that's people
yeah.
are probably going to get in the comments and like shred me to death about it, but like it's probably one of my favorite books.
Believe it or not, Warbreaker is actually one of the sneaky faves of the Cosmere fandom. Like, there's a lot of people that will agree with you on that. So now there are people that will roast you if you say Sunlit Man is your favorite.
Dude, I was on TikTok today and there was a guy, he had multiple slides and I don't think I sent it to you, but he's like, books I wish I could lose my memory of reading. And the first slide is so I could reread it.
Right.
The second slide was so I don't ever have to remember this book again. And it was The Sunlit Man. I was like, is it my least favorite out of the secret projects? And is it my least favorite out of his, like, the standalones within the Cosmere? Probably.
Yeah.
But it isn't bad.
No, it's not a bad book.
I think it's like what we were talking about last time. It brings people into this space age and they're like, I don't want space in my fantasy.
But that's what he's been telling us he's going to do for years.
yeah.
Like,
So-
his whole thing is to create a world where you can see it from, like, ancient times up to the space age.
yeah.
Like,
But it's still like their space is powered by magic.
right.
Like, their ships are powered by magic. What are we
Yeah.
doing here? Like, Hoyd is going around everywhere searching for all kinds of magic. Like, that's not really a spoiler. I hope it's not anyway. But, damn, Project Hail Mary is a good one. I'm surprised you went that above or below Between Two Fires. Not gonna lie.
Well, okay, that's fair. I wasn't necessarily thinking of it in a in like faves
Ranking.
order. It was
Yeah.
just more like I was just picking two because I had two picks to make.
That's true.
So I would say I enjoy Project Hail Mary more than Between Two Fires, but I still really like Between Two Fires.
That is true. Well, my next pick is probably going to. Well, let me pull up my list here because I've got way too many books on here.
Yeah. One thing I will say while you're doing that is, and I said this to you earlier, making this list has made me realize that I haven't read as many standalones
Yeah.
as I thought I had.
Yeah.
And I really need to fix that. There's a lot of standalones that are on my TBR, have been for a long time, and I just
Yeah.
haven't gotten to them. I'm a series guy.
Yeah.
I love big series.
Well, like they're fun. Like you want to get into this world and you want to stay in it.
Yeah.
But there is something special about like having just a full story in one book, even if it's short.
Yeah.
I've read some of these other books I read are just like incredible, and they're not very long. My next pick probably won't ruffle your feathers at all. Similar to in the vein that Between Two Fires didn't get me, and it's gonna go to How to Defeat a Demon King in 10 Easy Steps.
Oh yeah. That one's on my TBR as well.
Yeah, and it was fun. It was just this also, like, I was looking through books and I was trying to think about books that I read when I was a kid too, and I was like, man, I really did just read a lot of series. I was like, what about this? I was like, no, that was part of a series.
Yeah, when I was making this list, I was looking at the shelves and everything. I was like, 90% of what's on this shelf is series.
Yep. And so I was just like, I was racking my brain. I was like, I knew I wanted Project Hail Mary, and I'm kind of mad I didn't get it. Because like, God, I love that book. But that's okay. And my next one will probably also not ruffle feathers, just for the fact that it's a recent read for me. Oh no, my page went away.
Uh-oh.
We're back.
False alarm, everybody.
It's a recent read for me, and I'm trying to, I'm a little torn up between like 3 books right now that I want to add on, because most of the standalones I've read are just like kind of fun little romps here and there. I've read 3 that are just like heavy, and like 2 were devastating. 1 was just like, man, I felt stupid while reading it, but I got the point. But I think I'm gonna have to go with Slewfoot by Brahm.
Oh yeah.
And it's like he's becoming a very sneaky favorite of mine for multiple different reasons, but it was really, really good.
Yeah, he's one that's been on my list for a while, and I just haven't got to yet.
All right, so that's 3 and 4 for me. So now you're 4 and 5, and I'll get that last one.
Okay, 4 and 5. So here's the thing. I have 5 more on my list that haven't been taken by either of us. And 3 of them are Cosmere. So I'm trying to decide, do I go for one of the non-Cosmere and pick one out of the 3?
I was having a really hard time not throwing a lot of Cosmere on there.
And that's the problem. I think 4 out of 10 of my books that I picked were Cosmere. We're gonna go Isles of the Emberdark.
It was between. I won't go any further.
Yeah, I will say this. I'm gonna pick the non-Cosmere book for the next one. But my Cosmere pick was between that one or Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. But instead of that, I'm going with Blood Over Brighthaven.
That one was on there.
You took the one Emma Wong book. I'll take the other.
Yeah, that one was on there. Sword of Kaigen's farther up the list.
Way further.
Yeah, like Blood Over Brighthaven was really good. I don't think it was as good as Sword of Kaigen. But which is kind of odd because Sword of Kaigen falls in this weird like universe of other books that she's wrote. But Blood of Brighthaven was self-contained.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's going anywhere with it. And it was good. Like,
Yeah.
Dark Academia. You want a good, strong, non-teenager female lead.
Right.
Like, that was a great fresh take. Like, you know, not reading 18-year-old girls. And it was just nice.
Yeah.
Like she was,
or like
older
even if
and-
they're not 18, you know, they're like these other modern ones are, you know, early 20s or whatever. They're not boy obsessed.
Yeah.
They're not like, you know, toothpicks that are trying to prove they're as strong as the 6'6" linebacker.
Yeah.
You know, just a normal woman who's just trying to be an academic.
Yeah. And she was
And it was great.
she was a badass. Like was better. She didn't have to prove that she was better than all of them. She was.
Yeah.
She was way better. She was
Yeah.
so much better than all of them.
She just put in the work.
She did. All right. So my final pick will be Yumi and the Nightmare Painter.
Fair.
So I was torn between that and Owls of the Emberdark just because Dusk is such a cool guy.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be Dusk.
Yeah,
Like
same.
I want cool birds and I
Yeah.
want to dress like I work like as a park ranger, and that is Dusk. He doesn't
Yeah.
talk very much. He's just hanging out and he knows how to survive, and he has 2 dope birds.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's so cool. So Yumi is my 5th pick. And then we can go over these again, just to summarize. But I got Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wong. How to Defeat a Demon King in 10 Easy Steps. And I'll have to look up the author because it is escaping me. And then Slewfoot by Brahm, and Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson.
That's a pretty good list.
Mm-hmm.
I had The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien.
Still mad about that.
Between Two Fires by Christopher Beelman. Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Isles of the Emberdark by Brandon Sanderson, and Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wong.
Solid list.
Solid list.
How to Defeat a Demon King is by Andrew Rowe or Rao. I don't know how you pronounce it. By
Get in the comments.
Get in the comments. I'll send this video to him and ask him about it.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add to those books and why you picked them, or what picked these? Like, what were the others on your list that you?
So
didn't
the
get?
others would have been Yumi and the Nightmare Painter,
Mhm.
Elantris, Operation Bounce House. I had Warbreaker on the list,
Mhm.
and I had Sword of Kaigen on the list.
Yeah.
I say those were the ones that were on the list mainly because those are kind of the main standalones that I've read in the last 2 years.
Mhm.
I was trying to think back to the ones that I've read like years ago,
Yeah.
but really thinking about everything that I've read, like when I was younger, it's mostly series.
Yeah.
I've been really bad about reading standalones.
Yeah. So,
And
you
if
guys
I
wanna-
did, it was years ago.
if you guys want to get in the comments and give us some good recommendations for standalones,
Yeah.
more than happy to add them to the list.
Because we've got some buddy reads planned, but again, they're series.
Yeah.
So we need a good one-off.
Yeah, and a good one-off. And like I've read a few, and some of them they weren't good enough to make the list.
Yeah, there's been several that you've read this last year that I really want to read.
Yeah.
Like Buffalo Hunter Hunter.
Yeah.
The Brahm stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one you were just the hike?
Mm-hmm.
That one seemed really
That
cool.
one was wild.
Trippy.
That one.
I want
almost,
a cool trippy book.
That one was almost on the list because I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to properly explain it because I read the synopsis of that book and I was like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
we're here. And then I started and I was like, this is nowhere near I expected it. And then the ending, me and Abby were sitting on the couch. She's reading her book. She's got her headphones in, listening to her book, playing games. We got some like hockey on the TV, and I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of reading along. It's a short book. It's like 280 pages. And so much happens within those 280 pages, but it was very well put together. It didn't feel rushed. The twists like blew my mind. I didn't once it got to the twist, I was like, I expected that. But then when it got to the twist, I was like, oh, I threw my Kindle up in the air and like it landed on the couch. And Abby was just like, what happened? I was like, I finished the book. She's like, was it good? I was like, Yes, it was. And I haven't stopped thinking about it. So yes, it was good, and maybe it should have gone on this, but it's just too fresh. And like, I need some perspective on it. I need
Yeah.
to talk to somebody who's read it to see, is like, was it as good as I think it was? And so I think that's the joys of reading it, to bounce the ideas off of it. And I've not seen anybody talk about this book.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it on Book Talk. I'm not on YouTube, whatever they call BookTube. I don't know.
BookTube, yeah.
And I am never in Reddit. And so, because Reddit is a cesspool sometimes.
Yeah, I only use Reddit for like 2 threads, and that's just to keep up with maybe some like Brandon Sanderson updates or whatever. But yeah.
But all right. So
on to series.
on to series. And I get to go first.
You get to go first.
And this is a hard one. But right off the bat, I already know what I'm picking. And you're going to be mad about it, and that's okay. But I'm picking the Bloodsworn Saga.
I was hoping you'd pick Lord of the Rings.
I was going to go Lord of the Rings first, but I was like, and I didn't do it to piss you off. But at the same time, I was like, those books were just that, they were that fucking good.
They were honestly, like, I go back and forth on like who my favorite author really is. Like, Cassandra Clare is the nostalgia pick. Brandon Sanderson is who got me back into reading. Plus Stormlight and Mistborn are just some of the best.
Yeah.
But for some reason, John Mother effing Gwynn,
He doesn't miss.
he doesn't miss. There's not a single bad book of his that I've read.
Yeah. We've read.
There's been some okay books by Sanderson, some okay books by Claire, but like John Gwynn, top tier.
Yeah. And like, I'm looking at your collection of them. We have not read of
Blood and Bone.
So
But that's one of the buddy reads we've got planned.
yeah, we've read 7 out of his 10 published books.
Correct.
And then we have the 11th one coming this year that will also be read this year. So last year we read 7 John Gwynn books. And I liked Bloodsworn more than I liked Faithful and the Fallen.
I agree.
It was a stronger series and the easier series to get into. But man, like,
I feel like with Faithful and Fallen, it does follow some of your stereotypical tropes in fantasy. You know, you have the chosen one boy being trained by the mentor to fight evil or whatever. And that was kind of like his step into writing, making his version of what the stereotypical fantasy story is. And then Bloodsworn, it truly felt authentic, or like unique and authentic.
well, and then I tie that the Bloodsworn Saga to our like the beginning of our friendship. Like, we were talking and we were chilling and we were like discussing books, and we read Dungeon Crawler Carl, but then it was like we read those and I was like, dang, all right. So like right there is like, well, shit, now we're buds, and these are the books that got us there.
Yeah.
Like, those are our book bro books right there. And so
Definitely got to get a Bloodsworn tattoo at some point.
I don't even know where to begin with that. When I was thinking about that, and it's like, is there any iconography that we can use from there?
There's a couple. There's John Gwynn's sons, the brothers Gwynn, as they're known on the internet. They have a website where you can go and like buy merch that they make. They have one that's like it's like a like bottom half of a skull and then like a bird cage at the cranium part, thought cage.
Yes.
And I was like, that's cool. Or there's also the sign for the dead Drenga. I think that's how you pronounce that.
I don't know.
But it's another skull with a Viking helm, drinking mead out of a horn. And there's and then there's like the wolf that of like Orca's symbol and everything. So like there's a couple other things that we could pick from, but
we'll have to go through it. But on to your first and second pick in the series. And this is, I think, where we're gonna probably break up, but on that's why we started with the standalones, because it was a little bit easier.
It was a little easier. We've had some variety, like some differences, but like we've read a lot of the same series.
Yeah.
And this is tough because I will say, if I were picking 2 back to back, it would have been Stormlight and Bloodsworn. So Stormlight's one of them.
Yeah.
We'll go Stormlight number 1.
Okay. which kind of hacks me off, but at the same time, I understand and I accept.
Yeah. But then too many bangers on this list. Just because I need to ensure that I have a John Gwynn series, we're going to go Faithful and Fallen.
Faithful and the Fallen.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good.
And I really enjoyed it. It's one of those that, like, do I like Bloodsworn more? Yes. But it's like this much more.
Yeah.
You know, like they're both phenomenal books or phenomenal series in their own right.
And I'm mad about Stormlight too.
Yeah.
Because like I knew you were gonna pick Stormlight if I didn't.
It's
right
too
off the bat.
good.
Yeah.
Like I love Lord of the Rings. Don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know, man.
The movies saved the franchise.
Oh, 100%. And that is the thing. Like when the movies came out, when it came out, first one came out in 2001, I was 5.
Yeah.
I hadn't read the books. So my love started from the movies.
Yeah.
And so if someone were like gun to head, I had to pick books or movies and I couldn't look at the other one for the rest of my life, I would pick the movies.
Yeah. Like all day long.
Yeah.
The extended editions, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
But if someone were to say, you know, gun to head, you can either keep your Stormlight books or you can, you know, have a Stormlight TV series. Like I'm keeping.
Yeah.
We haven't had a series yet, clearly, but like, you know,
yeah, absolutely.
these books, I'm too fond of the books.
Oh, they're so good. Like, and then I have a Stormlight archive tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got around to it before I did.
I'm more financially irresponsible.
I would say you're probably more responsible. That's why you were able to afford the tattoo first. But I'm. It's only because I'm undecided on what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna end up getting Nightblood before I get a Stormlight tattoo, just because I know that I want Nightblood.
Are you gonna have it? What's his catchphrase? Would you like to do some killing today, or what does he say?
Oh yeah. No, that'd be funny though.
Just have it written on the board.
Yeah, I was gonna do Nightblood across the forearm.
That would be sick.
Yeah. All right.
So the next one I feel like is pretty obvious here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get 2.
Yep.
We're going Arrow 1.
Yeah. Oh, see, you counted as just one era.
I
think
we
fair.
have,
You
I think
have
we
to.
have to.
You have to.
Because like nobody, when you say Mistborn, you say Era 1 or Era 2, right?
Or it's usually like if you just say Mistborn, people understand that it's Era 1, but that you specify when you mean Era 2.
Yeah, so there's some specification.
There is specification. So yeah, that
now
makes sense.
Now my next series, which is going to be the Red Rising series.
Okay.
No one asks first half or second half.
Yeah, that's because that is specifically one whole series. Like even though there is a skip, it is one whole series.
Yes. So, we've got Era 1, which is Mistborn Era 1. Sorry, I should have clarified.
The Final Empire.
Final Empire, Well of Ascension, and Hero of Ages, which started my Cosmere journey. Technically, actually, the board game, the card game, started my Cosmere journey.
I had just got the board game or the card game from Brotherwise Games at Nexus, and I took it over to Tanner's house and we played before he even read the books.
Yeah, it was fun. And you've won and I've won, and we need to play again. It's been a while since
I think we're kind of tied up in games at this point.
Yeah, we'll have to. I think we could make a video on that. And try to set up a video of us playing. We'll have to super cut it because we talk way too much.
Oh yeah,
play board
we
games.
do. Yeah, we're both yappers. That's why we started this.
Yeah, hardcore parkour.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's Mistborn Era 1. Era 2 was really good.
Era 2 is really good.
So, all right.
Okay, so
I forgot to write down Red Rising.
Yeah, which again, another good series.
Mm-hmm.
It is on my list, but it's not one that I'm super upset about. Like it's like
backup.
Dang, it was kind of a backup.
Like fifth round or a backup.
Yeah, like if we would have had like 8 picks, it would have been on there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 3 and 4. I am gonna do. I'm sorry, that fly is pissing me off. I don't know if y'all have been able to hear that, but there's this fat fly just
Hanging around.
hanging around. What you doing? Oh, nothing. Just hanging around. Okay. 3, Empire of the Vampire.
Mm-hmm. I'm
That
not torn up because I haven't read it. I feel like if I
One of
had
my
read it-
favorite trilogies.
Yeah.
It is so good. And I don't want to say anything more because I don't want to like hype it up too much because I know you'll read it at some point.
Mhm.
And then this one might cause a problem. Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Oh, yeah, that one hurts.
Yeah.
And it's not that I didn't think of it either, because like it's on there, but it's like, oh man, and we just read it too.
Yeah.
Like, God, that one's so good.
Yeah.
That one was probably the peak of our rivalry, though. It's like, how far are you? I'm this far.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's specifically with the last 3.
Yeah.
Or 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
Because we were reading them back to back.
Yeah. We almost finished 8 in the exact same amount of time. Well, we pretty much did, because you had gotten ahead of me like on that first day, just because like I had to.
Yeah.
I actually had to work. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
and then like the next day, I really had to work.
Yeah.
And so I'd slowed down that second day, and then I could have finished on Thursday, but it got late, and I've got like 2 hours left on the audiobook, and I'm just sitting here like, I'm not really paying attention.
Yeah.
I rewound it by half an hour this morning just to make sure I remembered everything that was said because I was kind of passing out.
Yeah, and like that was where, without any spoilers, a lot of information was provided.
And I
lot.
didn't want to miss a single second of it.
Yeah. And like you started messaging me, and I was in bed, and I was like, "Oh, he's right there. It's probably not a good spot to like try to stay awake and read."
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're not like immersive reading. If you were just listening to it, and you can like sit there and
Yeah.
nod off.
Well, and that's the thing is like I didn't have to work today, so I was like, I can stay up, I can finish it, and then I was my old man
Yeah.
ass was just
Yeah, that was me.
like
last
sitting
night.
in that exact chair you were in, just
That was me last night trying to read Jade War.
Yeah.
It's like on the couch, and I was like, it's like 8:30, and I was like, I'm getting kind of tired.
yeah.
So I got up, brushed my teeth. I was like, I'm gonna go lay down in bed. And I was
Yeah.
asleep around 10. And it was great.
Yeah, I think when I sent you the message of like, hey, I think I'm just gonna wait until the morning, you were probably already in bed.
Oh, I was absolutely asleep.
Yeah.
Like I woke up to it, and I was like, yeah, it checks out. It's like I was sacked out at like almost perfectly at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Which is great because I did have to get up and go to work this morning, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. So 4 and 5.
4 and 5. So we're going Lord of the Rings. And that's like not having read it.
Yeah.
But like I know so much about Lord of the Rings, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Aaron probably knows more than I do, but like that's all of our conversations lead back to Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for the most part.
I'd say about half of our references or jokes
Yeah.
definitely go back to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, there's a lot of dwarf jokes.
A lot of dwarf jokes. Can't count how many times I've sent you the gif of King Theoden going, so it begins.
It's one of the best gifts
Yeah.
of all times. It's helpful in every situation. Man, and then my last pick. This one's tough, and I'm picking this one, and I don't think it's going to ruffle your feathers at all. I'm picking this one for a few reasons. I'm going ACOTAR.
Okay. I did not... See, I didn't have those on my list.
Yeah, and there's several different reasons. One, me and my wife read it at the same time.
It's fair.
Me and my little sister read it, and it's like I mentioned this in the last video, and I'm going to mention it again. It like kind of didn't kickstart me and my little sister's like friendship, but it's what has like helped like bridge some gaps of just like
Yeah, it's a good bonding moment.
we're 12 years apart in age, 11 years apart in age. And so it gives us this like point of reference to like kind of talk about and send stupid things and like just talk about it. Like, I don't know. It's a good time. And so we've read at this point, Kylie has one more book to read in the mass verse of books before the next books come out. but we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Talk about like our crazy Taylor Swift style theories about who's who and what's what. And like, I'm telling you right now, the Swifties, the Akhtar girlies, and the Dungeon Caller Carl bros are all in the same bucket of crazy fan theories. Like, I watched a video of Jeff Hayes and Matt Denneman talking about crazy fan theories, and Matt Denneman's like, y'all crazy.
Dude, the Cosmere fans are in that bucket too. Like,
Yeah. I guess I just don't get to see as much of that.
oh, that's fair. I mean, that's a lot of my FYP on most sites is people like, it's usually like Q&As, and you know, it's people asking like the most insane questions as far as like the nitty gritty details of how the science of investiture works and all of that, and like how it pertains to like from this world to this world. And he's just like, I'm gonna raffo that because how the hell did you figure that out?
Yeah. No, there's it's two sides of one coin situation. Like the Cosmere is like, I wouldn't even call it like a different level of intellect, but it is the nerdier of that side. But
both have their Charlie Day style, like detective board going crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is me every time I've read a book or I'm reading a book that Aaron has read and I'm sending him all my theories.
Your interesting theories.
Very interesting.
They said the thing.
Mostly incorrect, interesting theories. So,
but I would say 9 times out of 10, that's what makes them interesting theories, because it's like, I like how you're thinking. No,
you're wrong.
You're wrong.
I'll tell
but
you why
cool.
you're wrong later.
Yeah.
But those are my picks, and I think you've got the last.
I got one more.
Up.
I'm gonna have to go with a Shadowhunter series.
Okay. I was gonna say, if it's not that, what else is it gonna be?
Well, so I've got a couple others on there that were backups that are like Jade City.
Yeah.
Phenomenal trilogy. But I talk about Shadowhunters all the time. Now, this is on the series list. This is where it's like a gray area.
Yeah.
Because you have the entire collection, which is all in the same world. But they are kind of broken out into different series. A lot of trilogies in the same world.
I think if we were going to fight about it because it was on my list, we could get down to the nitty gritty, but I would give you the Shadowhunter Chronicles in its entirety.
Well, I greatly appreciate that because that was going to be very hard. I did whittle it down.
So, and can I guess before you tell me?
Yes.
I'm going to go Infernal Devices. Yeah. Yeah. See.
So here's the thing. Growing up, or like when I was first reading them, it was Mortal Instruments all the way. I loved those characters more.
Yeah.
Rereading them, it has to be Infernal Devices.
Yeah.
It's the best series out of all of them. Best written. Honestly, best love triangle I've ever read. F.U. Twilight. It's too good.
That one is I thought about it, but like the only reason, and I didn't do anything from the Shadowhunters is because like that one would have been like too close to the heart for you. It's like I'll take the Bloodsworn trilogy, but like I'm not as diehard about the Shadowhunter Chronicles as you are. I haven't even read them all. I've read
We'll change that.
I haven't even finished the Mortal Instruments series because some of them came out like as we talked about in the first video. Like I just stopped reading. I graduated high school and I was done.
Yeah,
I didn't pick up.
What year did you graduate high school?
2012.
Damn, you're old. No,
yeah. I'll be 33 in about 12 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So less than that actually.
Yeah.
But no, I think I'm on Lost Souls is the book I need to pick back up on.
Book 5. Now, at this point, you just got to start over.
I do. I really do. Because like we talked about it. I was like throwing out some stuff. He was like, that's close. You know, you're missing some key bits. So I was like, I know what happens.
Yeah.
I know some like the twists, but like, and I've only read the first 2 Infernal Devices books.
Yeah. Just
because the third one was published after I stopped reading.
Yeah.
But all right. So recap our series lists here. I've got the Bloodsworn Saga by Mr. John Quinn. Mistborn Era 1 by Brandon Sanderson. Red Rising by Pierce Brown. The Lord of the Rings by the late, great J.R.R. Tolkien. And the ACOTAR books by Miss Moss. Mass, how do you pronounce her name?
Sarah J. Moth.
Moss. Yeah.
I got The Stormlight Archive by Mr. Brandon Sanderson. The Faithful and the Fallen by Mr. Papa Gwyn. Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman.
Such a good one.
And then last but not least, The Shadowhunter Chronicles by Cassandra Clare.
Another solid one. All right. How do you feel about your draft?
I would say that if these were the only books I had to read for the rest of my life, I'm pretty solid.
Yeah. Because, like, getting the whole Shadowhunter Chronicles, all the books, that'll last you. Stormlight, man, you could read one of those a month and be satisfied.
Right.
So yeah, no, there's some bangers on there. Any honorable mentions for series?
I think I mentioned Jade City already. I would say maybe the Farseer trilogy. That one's really good. It's just so new to me, and I have a softer spot in my heart for these other ones.
Yeah.
Shoot, let's take a look at the bookshelf. Which of these have I read?
I mean, we got to throw Era 2 on there.
Of course, Era 2. Yeah. I was going to say any series in the Cosmere, but I think those are the only two series at this point.
The Mistborn series and Stormlight, and everything else is a standalone.
I've got a lot of like either non-started or halfway done series on the the Hierarchy series by James Islington, The Will of the Many and the Strength of the Few.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
Ones that I haven't read yet.
Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. That's a big honorable mention.
Yeah.
That one, like, if you would have stolen any more of what, like, if we would have kept going, I would have had to throw that on the list.
Yeah. We wanted to limit it to 5 each just because, like, we didn't need it to go on forever, but there's so many that we could list. I've got a few honorable mentions, and one I'll throw back to our high school days. Or my high school days, I don't know about anybody else's, was Twilight. Were they the greatest books ever written?
No, but they're fun, Ron.
But are they the greatest books ever written? Absolutely. There is a series that'll go unnamed, but it's shaped most of everybody's lives, and it's about the little wizards that could.
Oh.
No, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Harry Potter is an honorable mention, regardless of what's going on out there. They were still good books.
That's one of the few things in life that I can separate the art from the artist, just because I had such a soft spot for them growing up.
Yeah.
They were a big part of
you didn't
like our generation, people in their 30s. That was a big part of our childhood.
You didn't know that she was a horrible human being when you were 8 years old reading and watching Harry Potter for the first time.
Even at 8 years old, if someone were to tell you how she truly was, you didn't care.
Yeah, no.
You would have been like, oh, that sucks. Look at the dragons.
Yeah. Let's see. What are some other good honorable mentions? So I had those, of course, the ones that Aaron talked about. For me, Faithful and the Fallen would be on there. The Farseer trilogy would probably get pretty close up there. And then I had a couple of other ones that I wanted to throw on there. I was looking through all of my books here to see what we had.
I would have thrown a glass on there, unless you were just including the whole Massverse.
I would include all of her stuff.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I enjoyed Crescent City. Yeah. I think we can talk about this in another video or off camera, because I can go on forever. I don't want to give out too much about it right now. An honorable mention, even though I'm one book in, is the Dresden Files.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's got to be good to go on for 2.5 decades.
Yeah.
Longer technically, because he started writing it in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
The first
the first one was published
2000.
Oh, it was 2000.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what. Oh.
He wrote the first, second, and half of the third one before the first one was published.
Okay.
But it's been going on for 25 years.
Yeah.
26 years at this point. And it's like
18 books and a few novellas.
Yeah, it can't be that bad, right?
Yeah.
But no, I read the first book and it was actually really fun. So
Yeah.
I will continue it. I'm sure there is a bunch of other books.
One other series I do want to give honorable mention to, The War Art Saga by Wesley Chu. I know a lot of people really haven't heard of that one as much, but it is a very solid trilogy. I really enjoy it. If you like magical kung fu, check it out.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you've read the Fond du Lis books, the Greenbone Saga, you would probably like the Wesley Chu books. Like
Yeah, it's a little different.
in terms of just like that fantasy, like Asian style, like stuff, like because it's like
Yeah.
kung fu, and then I would attribute like where it's Greenbone is more like Japanese heritage, whereas the other one is not. Like you have like the Yakuza style fantasy versus kung fu fantasy.
Yeah, and this one, like, if the sliding scale is Greenbone to Avatar: The Last Airbender, this one's in the middle. Oh, shoot, because it's not urban fantasy.
Yeah.
It is more a Asian inspired like fantasy world, and it is more kung fu, more martial arts, magical martial arts like Avatar, but it is more grounded and gritty, akin to the Greenbone.
Nice. I think that wraps up all of like I probably am missing so many series. People are going to yell at us about it. Get in the comments. Give us your top. Like I said, give us the recommendations on the standalone books because we need some. Apparently, we're lacking in that.
We did get a very nice suggestion the other day on Instagram. Shout out to Amber if you're watching. She suggested the Cradle series by Will White, and those were ones we were both kind of looking at periodically. So I think we might end up reading those at some point.
But yeah, to the list for sure.
But yeah, we definitely want to do a lot of buddy reads here on the channel. So let us know some of your favorites, standalones or series.
Yeah.
A
shorter series, longer series. We can't promise if it's a longer series that we'll get done with it in any modicum of time, but it's a good standalone we could always fit in somewhere. So,
but I will say before we wrap things up, next week, make sure to come back because it'll be our Dungeon Crawler Carl episode. Yes. We are going to be giving a ranking of the previous 7 books along with a review of book 8.
A review of book 8. It will probably
spoiler and non-spoiler.
Yeah.
We'll have segments for both.
Yeah, probably do a spoiler free and then have a good we'll make sure to tell you maybe some timestamps, or we'll put it up.
Yeah, we'll definitely put timestamps. We'll definitely put spoiler warnings, but even though we're both done, we wanted to give just a little bit more time to gather our thoughts, really think about it, because we're both in the WTF stage of finishing a book. So, but yeah, make sure to come back next week and make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Sorry to break that first.
No, go ahead.
Interesting theories come your way this week? I think I've got 2 that have crossed my desk this week.
Okay, what you got?
Let me try to find it.
Was this something we talked about doing, having like ending the show on any interesting theories that we came across?
Let's see.
I mean, we had the Carl ones.
We did. We don't want to give the spoiler away.
That's the only reason I didn't say anything.
Here we go. So my sister is reading, she actually finished it by now, or she has finished it. She was reading Crescent City Book 2, and she says, I think Agent Day is Celestina. Or did I talk about that last time?
I think you mentioned that one last time. I might have.
She did that, and then Aaron interesting theoried me with Dungeon Crawler Carl 8.
A Parade of Horribles.
A Parade of Horribles. And I can tell you now, we'll go over it next time. I was wrong. I'll give why I am mad that I am wrong, but it's okay.
I'm trying to remember what it was. We can look it up in a bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything on camera just yet.
I think, Abby did tell me something that Kylie had sent her, and Abby had said, interesting theory, and
it spreads.
It does. Like, It might be in our group chat here. We'll have to cut out a little bit of this because it's going a little long on that. But I have a billion group chats with everybody. And so let's see. I'm going to be mad if I can't find it because I know I did. I guess I didn't, but somebody got interesting theoried. We'll have to keep a we'll make a thread in our Discord chat of like, here's what we've come across.
Yeah, we'll have to pin. Yeah.
So, all right.
All right. Well, again, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.